this is Simone. Today I'm going to walk you through my August planner. And if you haven't watched any of my videos, I'm going to tell you what I'm using and how it works for me. So this is a pocket ring planner from Mystic's Little Gifts. She came out with pocket ring planners in July and I purchased two of her. And this one is the sunflower and it has an outside pocket and two inside pockets as well. And then in the middle there is the rings, and this is, if I'm not mistaken, two 20mm rings. So in this outside pocket I had this card. I didn't really use it for anything, it just looked pretty, and somehow the flowers melted nicely to that curvature here. So that's what I have in the outside pocket, and then I have this Cocoa Daisy charm on the elastic so that when it's closed it is right on top of here. I am on the Cocoa Daisy design team, so I get the kits for free in exchange for me showing you how I'm using the kits. And that's why I'm mainly decorating with Cocoa Daisy inserts or stickers and all the other things. On the inside pocket I have clipped a clear plastic pocket from Foxy Fix here. This is usually an adhesive pocket, and what I did was I adhered it onto an acetate sheet and then cut it out, and now I have a pocket that I can move around. It is mostly for decorative purposes because this is as much decoration as I can manage, but it also holds my stencil. This came in the July Cocoa Daisy planner kits and it was much bigger. It was like this big, but I cut it down to these check boxes, which I actually only use those because I'm a really checkbox nerd snob now. I love when they look even, and this is just me being a nerd maybe. Then I used, this is a journaling card from Cocoa Daisy that I cut down to the pocket size, punched rings, and this is just here for decoration. I like it when my planner looks nice when I open it in the front. Then I have this an acetate sheet where I attach sticky notes from different Cocoa Daisy planner kits in different sizes and shapes, and once they are done like this, I use glue because the sticky note doesn't stick to this, and then I can just peel it off and rub the remaining residue of the glue off, and then I can just stick on another sticky note from a different design. This one is moving from planner to planner with me ever since I made it. I just cut down vellum to the size of a pocket. Then I used this printable from Love Cynthia and I added "if found, please call" and my phone number here. This is the start of the regular planner. I cut pattern paper down to pocket ring size, added a pocket journaling card here. This one is a 3x4 card and I just let it stick out a sliver, as you can see, this much, so that I could easily find my monthly view. This is from Peanuts Planner Co. It's a free printable that you can access from her Instagram feed, I think from her Instagram profile. If not, you can get to this download in her Facebook group. I will link a link to Peanuts Planner Co. in the description box below, as well as to Cocoa Daisy and most of the things that I use. I love to decorate the outer edges of my monthly view. I love that it starts with a Monday and not with a Sunday. And I usually just clip this to this divider here, because then it opens at the right page. And this is the back, this side of July. And if you hold on, I'll do that later. I only add, so first of all, I haven't filled this out until the start of school, when I realized that I might need to look at this. Because while we were still on vacation, we didn't really have any appointments or things that we needed to know about. So I let it slide until I realized I need to know this. I usually add the week numbers on the side somewhere, and I add doctor's appointments, birthdays, when my son has to go on to his Saturday school. I add games, I add yoga practice, I add tournaments if they happen. These kinds of things go here. Weekly recurring activities I never add in here. I want to see at one glance what's different than usual. Yeah, so that is August, and this is the beginning of September, the one side. The other one is in my other pocket ring planner, where I have already set up the month so that when it's September 1st, or actually probably after filming this video, I will move the remaining week over to the new planner setup. This is another divider that I made just because I can. It doesn't serve any purpose. It's just, it looks really nice spread out like this. And as you can see, I don't really like these big tabs. Maybe it's because of the size that I don't like them. I'd rather do my tabs or tabs using die cuts or like this, sticking out cards more than usual to easily find my places. This one is also from Peanuts Planner Co. It is a weekly insert that I will scratch at the end of the month. It didn't really work out the way I intended it to, and I realize more and more that I'm more of a one-stop girl, which means I plan my days in the beginning of the week, or usually on Sundays, and then the only thing I look at is my daily pages. And going here and checking here doesn't really work for me. So lots of these things I missed or I forgot, and then I remembered later, and I'm not good at tracking things, so I'm just not gonna track. And these things I'm going to transfer into my daily planning spreads somehow. Still need to figure out how that works. I started it for this next week, which starts on Monday, tomorrow, August 27th, and it's in here, but I will figure out a way to make these kinds of things visible in my daily spreads. I'm just going to flip through, decorated some more with Cocoa Daisy stuff. This was from Pretty Little Studio. That was still July. Then I went on to August and I added stickers, washi strips here, stamps. And yeah, so especially these things I would write and rewrite again. These are things that occur every month, and I made myself a cheat sheet. I will show that to you when I flip to it later on, and I hope it works out much better than this. So these are the weekly pages. That's the week we are starting now. This one is the back side of one, and I'm just not going to use it. Here is the divider that starts my daily section. This is all Cocoa Daisy. This one is from Happy Daya Stickers. And I have this striped page, which is the Cocoa Daisy Mini Daisy Dory. And you know that, or if you don't know, I'll tell you now, Cocoa Daisy doesn't offer specific pocket ring planner inserts. What I do every month is I cut down the Traveler's Notebook insert for passport size, which is called Mini Daisy Dory, and it is just a really teeny tiny sliver. I need to cut it in half, and then I just trim down the edges like by this much. And this is the first page in the mini Daisy Dory. I use it for my goals, and I'm really trying hard to pick goals that I can actually reach, that I can break down into tasks, into smaller tasks and achievable tasks, so that I can actually get there. This one, again, wasn't really filled out until school started back up. We had visitors in the beginning of August, and I just didn't think of any goals. But I'm working on it. I did my closet. I'm trying to do exercise almost daily, and I just need to type in my resume into my computer, which I'm going to do after filming. This can just move here. My brain dump list for August, and it's another list of to-dos, which makes it clearer why this has to go. I'm thinking of moving when I'm doing September. I'm just going to have a list where I add all the tasks, and at the beginning of the week I'll look here and decide which ones need to get done that particular week. Maybe I'll transfer them onto a sticky note so that I can move them with me on a daily basis and decide which ones will need to get done on that specific day. This one is an empty page. I'm not sure. Sometimes there's things that I would call waiting on. Right now I have that sticky note on here. Maybe I'll leave it like that. Maybe I'll add it here in September. Not sure yet. Depends on how many to-dos I will come up with when I only have one to-do list for random tasks. So maybe I'll just not do that and leave this free to spill over from here. Then I'm starting with August 1st. This is what my daily spread looks like. I have a timed printable insert from Peanuts Planner Co. This is a freebie as well. I have one grid page. And in the beginning of August, as I said, we were still on vacation, and it somehow didn't really work, or I didn't really need a double page spread. So what I did was I took out the second page, so the part of the mini Daisy Dory here, and just left in the timed daily printable because I didn't need it. So I have the first on here, the second on here, the third here, the fourth again, visitors, I don't know what we did. We probably went somewhere, and I didn't have anything to do that day that needed to be managed, so it just stayed empty. And you will see a lot of empty pages when I flip through until my life gets busier again. Monday, Tuesday, and again, I realized I left this page in here because I had Sunday on here. So when I usually plan, maybe I'll talk about this, how weekends look like when I have a regular week. So that was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday started. This is when Tuesday our visitors left, and Wednesday was the first day that I just jotted down all the things we needed to do. This is another free printable from Peanuts Planner Co., but I realized this doesn't work for me. I need this kind of space. And again, I'm using these stickers, came in the Planner Classified kit. I think this is a sticker kit sticker. This is a die cut layered with a washi tape, and that's all of this is Cocoa Daisy. Thursday was this is what I did. It's the same printable as this one. I used it a bit differently. It worked better. I again used the double page spread because I wasn't able to fit on all the to-dos, and the things that we did that day or that I was going to do that day on these pages, so I put them back in. Again, here, this is what happened at those certain times. We just went to the beach that day, so I added this in here. This is what the Sunday looked like. And as you can see, now this is the end of a regular week. I have a timed page and a grid or whatever kind of page from the mini Daisy Dory on one spread. This is where I add my schedule. This is where I add the to-dos and things that I have to do that day. And again, same thing. Saturday and Sunday, I use the backside of whatever page is in the front. So this one was a timed page. So that was a Saturday. And then the next page, instead of being part of Saturday, it's just going to be Sunday. And then I'm starting off with the next week again with the full spread here. This is what's usually it's not what it usually looks like, because I'm still getting back into the groove of things. I added in all the things I had to do that week. That's why the list is so long. I was able to check off many things, but I didn't do these two. And at the end of the week, I usually go through and just mark the things that still need to get done, and then I will transfer them either onto my big to-do list if it's not on there yet, or onto the next week. Yeah, so that's 2 days before school started. I don't know why I didn't do any of these things. Wednesday we went hiking, and here I decided that I was going to change up my planner for the next month, and I made lists for my weekly, daily and monthly planning routine. That's when we went back to school, and this is when my life got back into regular. And I realized on those days that I actually was really bad at being prepared for my kids to get back home. 2 of my sons still need the constant reminder of, please put out your lunch, please wash your hands, please empty your backpack, tell me about your homework, please do your homework, put away all your stuff. And I need to be prepared for that, because if I'm not supervising them, they just don't do it. And so I marked the time when I need to start cleaning up and getting ready for them here, which means this is how much I can fill in that day, and I need to start cleaning up at 2:30. So Saturday, Sunday, then we start back again. I wanted to go to yoga. I left the house late, so I changed plans. I didn't change it in here because, well, if it happened, I don't really need to change that, because this is my planner, and as hard as it may sound, I'm going to trash these pages actually. So what I'm also trying to do is find a weekly routine for myself that I can stick to every week, like a schedule somehow. So I decided that I was going to try yoga again, and then go to grocery shopping right after yoga and do the bathroom cleaning for that week. And then Mondays are my household days, so to speak. And then the Tuesdays I'm trying to get to be my filming days. Didn't really work that well, but yeah, sometimes plans just change. I marked this appointment with the principal here. There was back to school night at night. I had to cook dinner before I went there so that I would be able to we had dinner and wouldn't have to get takeout. Here's a to-do list of things that I needed to fit into the week but didn't know when, so I put them on a sticky note. Wednesdays, we have early days every Wednesday, so we're going to the park. And I had an appointment here, so I added this sticker. This is, we're trying to do library on Thursdays, so that's what I added here. My to-do list. Friday, I was working on things on my computer and I just didn't have the time to fill it out. I stayed home all day, so didn't really need this part. I worked on this one, didn't check it off, and when I filmed my plan with me just before, I completely forgot to check back for unfinished tasks of the previous week. So that is what I have to do after I'm done with this week, with this flip through. This is our plans for Saturday. We wanted to go to the beach, and these are the things that I needed to bring. However, it was too cold, so we didn't do that. This is today. I'm not only filming my plan with me, I decided to take the time that my family is out doing sports and film this flip through, because then I'm going to move into my September planner. But I will definitely take this section with me. Okay, so I decided to do it a bit differently, and instead of tracking, I'm just going to write it out over and over again. It just seems to be working best for me. So these are the things that I have to do daily, and I added them here. Yeah, and that's for next week, or this week that is coming. I add my to-dos here. I plan out my time and my schedule here. I add in appointments and activities that occur on a weekly, daily basis. This is different to our usual thing. My kids are going to go try out for the climbing team, and that's on a different day than our usual climbing. So I added a sticker here just to mark it and remind me that if I'm going with them, and maybe exercise, then I need to have dinner in the wherever already before leaving, because when we get home, it's time for dinner. Filming Tuesday. Haven't added any to-dos here because, and now the music is playing. That is strange. So you get some background music. And I'm almost finished. Not. How long is this video going? 22 minutes. Yeah, film Tuesdays. No to-do list, because I'm going to go through and look what I was actually able to complete and move them over here. Same layout. Thursday and Friday, and Saturday is September 1st, so that's not in here yet. And this is what actually is practically the same all through my planners. I just take out this section and move it over to my September setup. This is my meal planning section. I have a grocery guide for things, for shops where I go and get stuff, so that when I make my list, I can just go down and look if I'm out of any of these things. This is my monthly meal plan. It's a month on 2 pages from Peanuts Planner Co. as well. And I'm just adding all the meals down here, and then this is where I go through and make my grocery list from. I usually check back, as I said, to see if this is... I need to close the window. I try to plan according to our schedule, and when my kids say they want to eat something, I'm adding it to a sticky note so that I can then make sure that I include them in the next week or so. That's August, this is September, it's already here. And yeah, I will probably move August and September, but leave out the rest of the meal planning inserts, because I have a reference guide for my meals that I love to cook, and they're in there too, so I don't need to reference the older meal planning lists. So these are the food that we love to eat, and there's one list for things that I want to try. And so then this is my cleaning or reoccurring task list. This is a work in progress. I'm not really sure how I want to organize this yet. I have more things that I want to add, and maybe I'm just going to rewrite this. Some of them are not monthly, that then I mark them with a Mildliner, and just these are the months that I need to do these things. This is my list insert. So this is from Annieplans Printables. This one is a free printable from Peanuts Planner Co. as well. This one I think is a purchased one, also Peanuts Planner Co. Annieplans Printables, I said that before. I have several lists in here, but this one is one of those monthly calendars that I use for my meal planning. And what I did is all the social media things for Cocoa Daisy I added here. It's not really that time sensitive, but it's close to that day I need to do these things. And so when I'm planning my weeks, I can just reference the days and add them in the specific days. And I think this might work much better than rewriting these tasks onto the weekly inserts. Then I have written down my weekly routine and my monthly routine. And there is more lists and things in here as well. This one is just a divider so that I can find present ideas more easily. This one is also a Peanuts Planner Co. insert. I wanted to use this for something else, but my handwriting isn't that small. Sometimes you need to try inserts to find out that they don't work for you. But for this purpose, it totally does. Another divider that I made for my projects. These are things that I need to do or want to do at some point, and I actually haven't really checked off the things that I was able to do. These are YouTube videos that I want to film or that I'm filming right now. But again, need to check off and look at it again. Ideas go here. And then I have video ideas for 5 favorite things. What I decided to do is use this insert and write down favorite things for each month when I think of them. So I have them with me all the time. This is a dashboard again that I created. This is my spending tracker, and I just write down what I purchase and where, and when I receive it, I add a heart. But I'm also buying printables, and what I need to do, what I realized is I need to mark someplace if I actually printed them or not. And then that's the last thing in here. This is also a dashboard that I created from the Cocoa Daisy kits. And that's a school insert. I used this once more with Love collab from Annieplans Printables. And the thing I have here is a page for each of my kits. And I'm adding I have phone numbers in here for the schools. I have their bus number, their bus route. I have their student ID number for when I call in sick. And I'm also going to add, I haven't done that yet, their homeroom teacher and class team and all of that information that I might need when I'm out and about. And then the last thing I have here is this pocket. Not pocket. Yeah, it is a pocket. This pocket from the planner where I add my notepad from Cocoa Daisy and the weekly allowance list of my sons. And this is just a paper clip that I clipped to this insert here, because I usually don't really use that very often, so it doesn't really matter if something is clipping it shut. And this is where I just loop in my pen, and I'm easily able to take it out. Not right now, because this clip moved. So that's what it looks like. And that's my planner, and this is my brain, so to speak. I have other things that I use for other things, but if I need a planner and if I need all the things that I need to do on a daily basis are in here. What I started is journaling, and this is, I just wanted to show you, this is how I was able to use lots and lots of Cocoa Daisy stickers. I used them to decorate this Hobonichi, and I'm testing out if it's doable for me to journal on a daily basis. And I wanted to do this for a long time, but I haven't really. I tried it once, and when it was open, it was a traveler's notebook insert, and I just wrote and wrote and wrote, and it took up so much time. And having this limited spread of an A6 page, which is really small, and just write down, I'm trying to do this, just whatever I'm thinking about, just writing it down from the top to the bottom, not thinking too much about what it is that I'm writing. I really like having that limited space, and so I hope to continue doing this and making this part of my everyday routine. And this pouch held my Cocoa Daisy stickers, and this is how much I have left this month, which is actually not very much. And I'm quite proud that I was able to use so much of those stickers. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. If you have any comments, and just leave them in the comment section below. I'm happy to answer them, and I love that you sticked around for such a long time. Thank you so much. Bye.